What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video, and today we are going over the greatest Flash villains ever. Number 10, Pied Piper. Pied Piper might be higher on this list if he hadn't spent so much time choosing between being a hero or a villain. Indeed, Pied Piper is one of the most complex villains to cross the Flash's path. Despite having challenged Barry Allen as a villain on numerous occasions, Piper eventually reformed, becoming close friends with Allen's successor, Wally West. Though he's been somewhat of a hero, or at least an anti-hero, for quite some time, the recent Rogue's Revenge miniseries saw him once again align with the Flash's sworn enemies in the pursuit of defeating the crime syndicate. Pied Piper has also appeared on CW's Flash using a variety of sonic weaponry. Number 9, Captain Boomerang. Captain Boomerang may be more than a little goofy, but when you get past his boomerang pajamas and his little hat, he's kind of what the Flash's rogues are all about. Digger Harkness is a hard luck criminal with the little idea of what to do with his throwing skills and boomerang collection than to strap them to crazy gadgets and start hurling them at the Flash. Step 3 of the plan is profit, but darn if Harkness has any idea how to reach that goal. But that never stops him from trying, and even sometimes succeeding in some pretty villainous stuff like killing Tim Drake's dad. Number 8, Mardon. Who but Weather Wizard could challenge the combined might of Superman and the Quick Bunny? One of the things that makes Mardon such a great villain is his crossover appeal. His weather manipulation abilities makes him one of the most powerful rogues, and having challenged the Flash at least 3 times, even playing a part in the death of Barry Allen. He's also proven his chops in ways few others have, but he's also challenged Superman, the Justice League, and served on a numerous occasion with the villain teams, making him not just a great Flash villain, but a great villain all around. Number 7, Savitar. He's a former test pilot who was struck by lightning while flying an experimental plane. Savitar found himself with strange Speed Force related powers and began building a cult around his abilities. Savitar gained his powers in the 40s and pitted himself first against Johnny Quick and Max Mercury, who thought him defeated after Mercury abandoned him in the Speed Force. Savitar later reappeared, discovering his cult had grown while he was lost in time, and challenged Wally West, whose speed Savitar could not steal. After Savitar's defeat at the hands of West and his allies, Savitar was once again stuck in the Speed Force until returning to challenge Barry Allen and becoming a victim of the Reverse Flash's sabotage of Allen's powers, which caused Savitar to age into dust. Number 6, Sam Scudder. The original Mirror Master, Sam Scudder, was a master of illusion, using his mirror gun to vex and addle the Scarlet Speedster at every turn. One of the more gruff members of the Rogues, Scudder's abilities were a product of his own originality. A lifelong criminal, Scudder became obsessed with the idea of getting inside a mirror's reflection while in prison, and eventually developed technology to achieve this goal. Scudder died in Crisis on Infinite Earths and was briefly replaced by Digger Harkness, who eventually went back to being Captain Boomerang. After Scudder's death, there was a new Mirror Master who was Evan McCulloch. Like his fellow rogue captains Boomerang and Cold, McCulloch spent time on Suicide Squad, although he also battled a cocaine addiction, a situation expressly forbidden by the Rogues. McCulloch has not appeared in the New 52, with Scudder having returned as one of the primary rogues. Number 5, James Jesse. James Jesse was a circus performer and a con man with a penchant for inventing genius gadgets and then hiding them inside goofy gags. Using his engineering knowledge and his twisted sense of humor to vex the Flash, Jesse utilized such magnificent inventions as air-walking shoes and a variety of circus-themed weaponry as one of Barry Allen's greatest foes. After Allen's death, Jesse was lured into hell by Neron during the Underworld Unleashed event. Unlike most of his compatriots, Jesse was smart enough to recognize Neron as a demon and use his wits to defeat him. After this, Jesse turned coat, deciding to work the side of the angels. Number 4, Axel Walker. A second trickster, Axel Walker has never gained the prestige of James Jesse, often attempting to join the Rogues or allying with them, only to find himself on the outs due to his psychotic nature and willingness to kill, something the Rogues are usually forbidden to do. Still, Walker remains the current iteration of the trickster, though it seems that some version of James Jesse does not exist in New 52 as Walker's predecessor. Number 3, Grodd. Nothing says comic books like a telepathic super intelligent gorilla in a purple cape. Honestly, if you need more than that to understand what makes Grodd such an amazing villain, I don't know what to do for you. But more than just representing another perfectly executed yet simple concept for a Flash villain, Grodd has strong ties to Flash's mythos. Hailing from Gorilla City, a hidden society of highly evolved apes with ties to the Speed Force, Grodd has tried time and time again to infiltrate and conquer man's world, butting heads not with just numerous Flashes, but the Justice League, Wonder Woman, and the rest of the cream of DC superhero crop. Grodd recently appeared in the New 52 largely intact, though his powers boosted by the Speed Force, and later on he took over Central City and renamed it Gorilla City. Number 2, Professor Zoom. Several villains have worn the mantle of Zoom or Professor Zoom, sometimes called Reverse Flash, over the years. The original Zoom, Eobard Thawne, proved to be such a menace that Barry Allen was forced to kill him to save his girlfriend's life, leading to Allen's trial for murder. Later, Hunter Zoloman, an ally of Allen's successor Wally West, with a history not unlike a twisted reflection of Allen's, took up the mantle of the Reverse Flash after a strange explosion caused him to become unstuck in time. Eventually, Thawne reappeared, using his time travel abilities to wreak havoc on the also newly resurrected Barry Allen's past, eventually causing the Flashpoint Crisis, which broke reality and led to the formation of the New 52. And number 1, Captain Cold. When it comes to Flash's enemies, none of them truly embodies what being a rogue is all about more than Captain Cold. A dyed-in-the-wool crook with a heart of gold, Lenstart is one of the Flash's oldest foes and certainly his most persistent. The de facto leader of the rogues and their moral center, Cold has often shown more cunning than his parka and simple freeze ray would let on, culminating in aligning with Lex Luthor and several other villains as an instrumental part of defeating the crime syndicate during Forever Evil. And despite years spent on a straight-up criminal, it looks like Cold may be turning over a new leaf, joining the Justice League. However, when it comes to a bona fide bad guy like Cold, it's only a matter of time before the siren song of a life of crime comes calling again. And that is it for the video, guys. As always, thanks for watching. We hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you all later.